What's up, family? Welcome to another video. Man, I don't even know if this one ended on a high note or a low note. This project was brutal, ups and downs, lefts and rights. You guys will have to wait and see and tell me what you think about how it all turned out in the end, because I'm still undecided. Anyways, I'm truly blessed to be able to do this full time now. Let's get after another project. So here's the daily schedule. Two hours of art, 1 hour of YouTube editing, and 30 minutes of social media. That's all. Procrastination is the easiest way to derail success. Once I started looking at long-term goals and breaking it down into shorter goals and using my calendar to organize, it became so much easier to manage everything required in being an artist. Ironically, this was one of the least efficient projects I've ever done. But it wasn't because I wasn't doing a lot of work. In fact, I made a list prioritizing certain types of projects over others. At the top, murals and big commissions that get me paid, while lower down, personal passion projects such as this. For all of those who don't know, I'm a huge pirate nerd, but this, in the short term, is not making me any money. Alright, so two things. Number one, just got back from vacation, it was a lot of fun, and before I resumed any art, I wanted to fully commit to making an art studio space instead of just doing art out of any other room. So I removed a bed from what used to be a bedroom and instead put in this futon that I built. Didn't take too long, and now when it's in its couch form, it just creates so much more space for the room, and my art studio is complete. Secondly, this painting has been sitting in my room for quite some time. It's not a complex painting, it really shouldn't be taking as long as it is, but I've been on multiple vacations since I started the painting. I've been working on multiple other projects since I've started this painting, and it's just kind of got pushed to the background, so tonight's finally the night I think I'm going to resume it. I don't want to say finish it. I'm going to add a dramatic pop of color, a few more details, and blend out the bottom and right side of the painting, and then something else will sit there eventually, but not this, no more. Let's get it. I have two options. I either do the sails with paint, and I just drip a little bit of paint and then smear it and do one big paint stroke like that, or I spray paint it, and I'm leaning towards the spray paint because I found something that I think might work perfectly that I used on my last mural job. I then have two further options, which is practice on something, piece of cardboard or something like that, or just go for it. So I decided I'm going to use this spray paint for the sails. I've been practicing letting loose in paintings and just feeling it, so let's just go for it. Wish me luck. So I've just been sitting here staring at my work for a good 10 minutes, and my camera's recording. I'll show you guys some clips of what I'm looking at. As I'm sitting here trying to figure out what I don't like, it's hard to say. On one hand it looks dumb, but on the other hand it's kind of shocking, and that's kind of cool. I think I like it. It's horribly amazing. At this point I had no idea, but this is where it all went south. Alright, so I'm in a bit of an interesting situation. I accidentally did not mix the resin correctly, even though I've been using resin for almost a year now, and it did not get the proper 50-50 mixture, and it would not cure, and it was just sticky even after 72 hours. So what I did is I bought new UV resin, tried to cover it up, tried to make a cool wave-like pattern across the bottom of the painting. But since I'd never used UV resin before, I didn't have the proper tools required. I didn't have a UV light, but I heard you could just stick it in the sun, but I left it in the sun too long. Then these huge crazy air bubbles popped up. Essentially, I ruined the piece. That being said, I'm actually kind of happy that I finally get a chance to experiment with resin, since I've always only poured it over finished pieces. I've just done, the least of what it's capable of. I was happy to try pouring the UV resin because I thought it'd be genius to put it in like a wave-like pattern, But even though the UV resin cures really fast, 3 to 10 minutes, it still spread much further than I thought it would, and it ended up covering almost the entire ship. So essentially the ship's sinking now. I thought it was a genius solution. If I pour it like it looks like waves, the wet resin will be covered up and it will create a new cool effect. I think I'm gonna try and use Posca markers to outline the difference between the two resins. I'm not expecting a nice quality piece at the end, so let's just try something new. If this is the first video you've ever seen of mine, go watch something else. This is not gonna be the highest quality artwork, but it's worth posting and admitting that as a young artist, there's so much I still need to learn. What's good, family?
To whoever may need this nugget of encouragement, things will be alright, so quit your worrying. I get it, the odds seem stacked back against the wall, but even consider it such, know you'll stand tall. Sat and watch from the sidelines one too many times. Wicked games we play make me wanna lose my mind. Found solitude knowing it'll be over soon. Ever need a boost, count on me for the 1-2. Trouble don't last when the tough get going. Baby, all we do is win, so show me my opponent. Adversity, doubt, stress, could care less, cause how we handle those like an S on our